Hi Taurus, welcome to your new love, possibly true love, timeless reading. So it's designed to best resonate, or when you view it, it's supposed to resonate then. It's timeless. Really taking advantage of that YouTube burying the videos or algorithm or whatever the heck it is. Anyway, this is timeless. It is general and then it will get specific. I will clarify whatever positions make sense to clarify or what I'm not clear on. Check your moon, rising, and Venus for a more well-rounded reading. There's other readers out there, I'm sure, that do this. What else? I don't shuffle on camera because it messes with the cloth. So I shuffle off camera and then I just minimally shuffle like that, like you just saw on camera. All right, so let's get started. Did I mention this is timeless? Okay, yes, all right. Two of Wands reversed. Okay, so that's the bottom of the deck energy. That would suggest that you're wondering what's going to happen in the future. There might be some fear, like am I going to find that special love, that someone? And hopefully this reading sheds some insight on that. Let's move you over a little bit here. All right, so we've got, this is for Taurus, we've got the Ace of Pentacles upright, Strength reversed, King of Swords upright, Eight of Wands upright, Emperor reversed, and the Hanged Man reversed. No, Hanged Man's upright. It always messes with me. Okay, so whoever this new person is that you're going to meet, it looks like it's a new beginning in prosperity as well as security. It could be even material security, but it looks like it's solid. So it could be an earth sign or someone with heavy earth in their chart. So Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. The attraction is going to be gradual because there might be some doubt there or some insecurity on both parts. This person will be very straightforward, man or woman. They're going to be very just brass tacks about things. They don't mince words. They tell you upfront and honestly. They probably have an air about them. It might come across as arrogant at first, but it's actually just they're trying to do their level best. Like they're trying to be appropriate and do the right thing. They're very principled. Whoever this person is that you meet could be an air sign, Taurus, so Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. And because there might be some doubt or insecurity, I feel like it comes from a place of them wanting to make sure that you're okay or that they're being appropriate, that they're not in any way being inappropriate. I feel like that's where that need to be very clear and straightforward comes from. And for as much as there might be doubt or uncertainty, as far as like if they're thinking they're doing the right thing or them wanting to do the right thing and be appropriate, it actually moves quite quick, and there is hard and fast communication and movement, and this happens, the relationship or the togetherness, you becoming a couple, happens very quickly. It might be to where you're like, whoa, we need to slow down here. Like it might happen too fast. That might be an obstacle you have to overcome. It also might be that there's some distance involved, that while there might be a lot of communication, you don't get a lot of FaceTime or physical time with each other, and that might be an issue. So there might be a tendency on your part to control or want to kind of manage everything, and the advice is to not, that you don't have to step up and be the caretaker of the relationship or the relationship therapist, to not try to control, to not try to be the authority on the direction of the relationship. And that's what this is right here. This could be Aries. How you're going to meet this person. This could be Sagittarius, Gemini right here. What was the other one? I think Virgo, possibly. Anyway, Sagittarius, Gemini, or Virgo right here. So how you're going to meet this person is you're not going to do anything. The Tauruses that I'm reading for, it doesn't look like you're actively looking. So that might be the not hesitancy, but that might be the reason why you're taking it slow and you're just questioning, and you would really value somebody that is straightforward and just kind of is intellectual about things, speaks the truth, has a sense of authority about them, because you're at a point in your life where you're probably pretty secure yourself, and so you don't need anything really exciting or flashy or romantic. I think you value security and straightforwardness at this point rather than romance, because you are wondering, maybe there's not a fear, but you are wondering, like, okay, well, what does the future look like? What does the next 5 years look like, type thing. Okay, so let's clarify a little bit. Let's take a look at this right here. Yeah, it's going to be sudden. It's going to be a challenge. It's probably going to happen quicker than you would like. It's going to be quite a shock, and you're going to be happy. It's going to be like, whoa, this is just happening too fast. It's too much. I need to move slower about things. I need time to think. You might be trusting and all happens for a reason and all that, but it's still, there's that certain level of comfort where we like things to take a certain pace, or we like to at least feel more grounded in something before it takes hold. So it might just happen too fast for your liking. Okay, so I had mentioned that you don't have to be the relationship therapist or the cruise director for the relationship. Like, you don't have to take hold and take control, even though that typically, just for practical reasons, if nothing else, that's what Tauruses do. We tend to like things to move in a certain manner, or just make sure that things are practically sound. And this speaks to that, speaks to letting go, and to the point where if you don't, it might cause some friction or tension. So just know that that's not expected, and that's not what you need to be in this relationship. You don't need to be the caretaker. This person has plenty control and direction themselves, so they don't need to be managed. Not everything is going to have to be up to you in this relationship. Okay, so don't worry about that. All right. Oh, wow. Okay, look at that. You're going to feel, hold on a minute. Because this is Cancer. This is Cancerian, so this could be feeling trapped. Like, are we... Yeah. Wow. Okay, so this is... it doesn't give me much on how you're going to meet this person, but it does speak to you feeling like this is just moving too fast for me. I need things to slow down. I need time. I need time to kind of think about this. I don't want to have to cut things off, but it's going to be somebody that's quite sure, quite self-assured, even though there might be doubts about the relationship, like, should we? It's going to be something that just even still might be a little bit too quick for you. This might be somebody that you've known for quite a while, and you're thinking of taking the relationship to the next level, and it might be one of those things where you're like, I don't know about this, and that this person is sure and you are not. And it's not that it's not a good fit or good match, it's just that you're gonna get a little spooked, and you're not gonna know where you quite fit, because you're so used to being practically minded about things and offering that side to the relationship, and this person isn't going to need that from you. They want you. They don't need to be managed or the relationship managed. They're quite self-sufficient and secure. So that might be like, well, wait a second, I'm not sure about this for you, because that might have been something that you had done in the past, was you were always the caretaker, always the practically minded manager for the relationship. And without needing that in the relationship, you might not know, you might be a bit unsettled about that. Okay, so some inner child work here, listening to what your inner child wants. And I think that might have to do with you not having to be the caretaker. This one, to put it, I don't know how else to put it, then they come correct. They're not going to need that from you. They want you as the whole person. They don't need that side, just that side of you where you're just kind of the one that takes care of everything. They don't see you in that way, and they don't need that. So without that role, that might be disconcerting for you, and you might not know what to do, and it puts you in a very vulnerable place in the sense that you're going to be like, well, what's my worth? What's my value? What do I do? And they're going to be like, well, let's find out. Like maybe you don't need to do anything. Maybe it's not about that for me or for us. I don't want you in that way. I don't need you in that way. I'm self-sufficient. I'm wanting to just meet you where you are and to be with you and to see what happens. And you're going to be like, what? And it might just be like where you're just thinking, okay, I need some time to let this settle in, And they'll wait. They'll be like, okay, I get it. They're not going to be emotional about it, and they'll wait. It's funny. Usually these readings are about the other person, but this is feeling like it's more about Taurus, and you're working on like someone showing up for you rather than you showing up for somebody else. Consider your foundation. You are being asked to look at how committed you are to love. I think that also speaks to the role that you used to have in your relationships for the Tauruses that I'm reading for, that you were kind of always the pragmatic backbone and provider and problem solver and solution giver and manager and things like that. Very practical. And this person, we're talking about somebody that's pretty solid and pretty intellectual and has their own set of problem solving skills and the way they do things. And this is somebody that has impeccable ethics, that is very principled. So you will definitely meet your match when it comes to that. It might leave you a bit like, okay, well, if I don't have to worry about that in a relationship, that leaves me pretty vulnerable because I really don't know how else to be. I don't know how to do that with somebody. I just know how to do it for somebody, right? So that can make you feel kind of vulnerable. And it might bring to the fore some issues of security that have been long standing with you. And your inner child, if you understand what that means as far as like that long lost, forgotten piece of yourself might be kind of allowed to step in the limelight and go, okay, for this relationship, I want this. I want to be the one taken care of, or I at least want it mutual. I want it reciprocated. I want somebody to do for me what I bring for the relationship. And I think that's part and parcel of considering your foundation. Like how have you loved in the past? And what's it going to be for the future? What do you want for the future? Because this person right here is open to it. I'm just saying, and I can't remember who it was, but show me how you were loved and I will tell you how you love. And it speaks to patterns of when we were younger. And then as we get older, how we expect others to treat us because of what we're used to from when we were, a child. So I think that speaks to this right here. Consider your foundation. Oops. There it is. All right. So this is about enjoying the moment, living life to the fullest, because time's honestly, it's really an illusion. It's a man-made concept. It's never really ours to begin with. And you never really recoup any lost time. So it's just about really living life to the fullest and knowing that it is finite. And because of that, make your decisions with care. And I feel like this interaction with this person is really weighted. I feel like it's going to be pivotal for you, Taurus. I feel like they're going to kind of show you a different side of life that you've either long forgotten or that you never knew. This is going to be somebody that doesn't need you. They just want you. And that might be kind of different or foreign for you. So it doesn't really tell me how you're going to meet them, just as far as what it's going to entail, that it's going to kind of throw you for a loop. That this person is they're going to be pretty decisive and know what they want, and it's you. And you aren't comfortable moving that quickly. They're not going anywhere, but you're not going to be comfortable. Even though it is solid and stable, they're going to walk the walk and talk the talk. You're not going to be, you're going to need more time to settle into that. And they're just like, yep, I know, I'm good. You're like, no, wait a minute. And you can trust what they have to say, even though there might be some doubt about this, because we're talking about somebody who's got ethics. They are principled, clear thinking. They're intellectual. They approach things from a pragmatic as well as a practical sense, pragmatic and practical sense, as well as an intellectual sense. So it will make sense all around, logically and practically. It's solid. You just need more time than they do to come to that realization. Okay, so let's look at some timing here for you. Timing for Taurus's new love. Timing for Taurus. All right, so we got a 2 there. This, when you pull a major arcana for timing, from what I've done, that just suggests that this is an issue that needs to be resolved during or while the relationship happens. So this would speak to Taurus being able to get in touch with that spiritual side of themselves, not just the practical side that you've provided or been, you know, in service of in your last relationships. When we get practical, there's a tendency to cut off that intuitive side of ourselves, that spiritual side. Makes things easier sometimes, you know. Okay, so this speaks to 2 things. For one thing, it's, you know, obviously the 6 of Wands reversed. So we're talking about the 6th week of summer. So we're looking at probably mid-August, okay? And that it's reversed, it speaks to needing to resolve this issue. If it were upright, it is what it is. But reversed, it speaks to needing to resolve maybe issues of shame, issues of being embarrassed, issues of feeling like you're not good enough, of self-esteem, self-confidence. So Taurus, this person is straight. They come correct. They are ready. You need to work through a few things, and it seems like they're going to be very, I don't want to say black or white about it, but things just are what they are, and they're like, oh, okay, well, they just take things at face value. There's no hidden agenda. There's no, they're just there. And I think that will be actually, it'll be kind of nerve-wracking for you, but it'll also be, once you settle into it and learn to trust them, it'll be quite refreshing because it'll be very simplified and they mean what they say. There's no muss, no fuss. You can trust it. It'll just take you a while. And that might be where this fear comes from, is like when this person finally shows up, you're just like, oh my God, it's too good to be, wait a minute. And it's not that it's too good to be true. It's that it's just kind of stable and solid and predictable. And while that might be part of your character, you're not used to that from others. So it's going to be an adjustment for you. A good adjustment, but still an adjustment. So, okay, Taurus, that is what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. And remember that it is timeless. And this shows the 6th week of summer. So just know that it's going to best resonate whenever you read this. And be gentle with yourself. You do have time to work on this. This person will wait, and they're just very straightforward. And despite this cold air energy, they're actually quite understanding and compassionate because they are all about being truthful, because you have to be honest before you can be kind, and they get that. So they will respect that the most. Actually, if you just say, look, this is just a movie, they'll, oh, okay, I can understand that. And that's the way it is. So just remember to be true to yourself so you can be true to others. And I wish you luck. I hope this was helpful. I hope to see you in the next reading. All right, take care.